about Israel. Hello, I'm Amy Zawi with the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report for Wednesday, April 12, 2023. Former U.S. Senator, Jew, and ardent supporter of Israel, Joseph Lieberman, attempted to answer this very question just last week at an event in Jerusalem. According to an April 10 article in the Jerusalem Post by Greer Fay Cashman, she reported that Lieberman said, quote, "Attitudes to Israel in American politics have changed and we all need to do more work." Unquote. Lieberman was speaking at a panel discussion at the Cassia Hotel within the framework of a Passover in Jerusalem, a program organized by the Association of Americans and Canadian Jews in Israel. Senator Lieberman, a Democrat and long-standing bipartisan advocate for ensuring Israel and America are political allies, shared some disturbing thoughts this past week at the event. Attitudes in American politics have changed, he said, and while traditionally support for Israel was always widely bipartisan, past surveys indicated that support was stronger among Democrats and less so among Republicans, but that trend has been reversing itself in the last 10 or so years. Lieberman noted and warned that the danger of losing bipartisan support. Quote, "We must not let that happen. We must not let the support go away," unquote. The panel also discussed anti-Zionism along with anti-Semitism, and the senator commented that he personally never experienced overt anti-Semitism, but he does know it exists and always existed in America. Lieberman ultimately advocated the point that the only way to combat anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism is by uniting with non-Jewish allies to fight those phenomena. Also in attendance was Rabbi Aryeh Lightstone, who worked closely with the former U.S. Ambassador to Israel, David Friedman, under the Trump administration. The article noted that while it has been widely acknowledged that the Trump administration was more pro-Israel than any other U.S. administration, Trump himself has been accused of making anti-Semitic remarks. Lightstone actually defended Trump, noting that his words were not eloquent, but neither were they anti-Semitic, but indeed a narrative or myth that Trump was anti-Semitic took hold in the public realm. That said, one takeaway from Rabbi Lightstone's remark was that there is a widespread anti-Semitism in America today, and he noted that it was neither Republican nor Democrat, but both. A country that allows rampant anti-Semitism will fail, he declared. Danny Alion, former Israeli ambassador to the U.S., also spoke at the event and noted that the UN is the most anti-Semitic body on the world stage. Within the context of discussing anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism, Danny Alion listed the United Nations as being, quote, "the most anti-Semitic body on the world stage where Israel is frequently condemned." Alion noted that children learn in school that the UN is good, so anything the UN says must be true, even when it's not. He explained that the Palestinians do well at the UN because 22 countries in the Arab League, plus non-aligned countries and those dependent on Arab oil, usually vote in support of the Palestinian issues. He also listed occupations and atrocities committed by other nations, including Turkey, Russia, and more, that are ignored by the UN. Alion praised Trump for having discredited the UN, saying, quote, "One of our jobs today is to discredit the United Nations," unquote. Another notable speaker on the panel was former member of Knesset, Dov Lippman, who addressed facing anti-Semitism on college campuses. Lippman spoke of the problems faced by Jewish students in combating anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism on college and university campuses across America. He said that teaching them how to defend Judaism and Israel had to start much earlier. It's too late by the time they get to college. It should start in grade school so that they will be better equipped by the time they get to college, unquote. We at the Jerusalem Connection Report share this news about this event and the speaker's commentary because it aligns closely what we've been reporting for well over a decade on our Red Alert. Bipartisan support in the U.S. Congress is vital for the health and well-being of both Israelis and Americans. Anti-Semitism and its near twin, anti-Zionism, provide no value and also manifest hostility against individual Jews just trying to live their lives peacefully. The UN is a well-funded organization with an international recognition and power, and yet is one of the most anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist organizations in existence, while it allows its own member nations to commit atrocities on various minority groups around the world, to which it turns a blind eye. We also agree that students of all ages must be taught the truth about Israel and Judaism, and not the lies of the UN, media bias, and CRT-type narratives that vilify the modern state of Israel, undermining its right to exist and defend itself under the parameters of international law. Our job as the non-Jewish allies is to continue to educate and work harder to allow the truth to permeate every level of our society, from our classrooms, our Sunday school rooms, our local governments, colleges, and the halls of our national and international houses of political power. Shavua Tov, and have a great week.